Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations. Ladies and gentlemen, namaste to each and every single one of my early birds. It is wonderful to be with you. It's me, Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. And tonight, we are beginning our pre-New Year run-up. We are beginning to prepare for a new year. A new year brings new opportunities to fail, surrender, be defeated. So tonight I asked the question, how are you giving up in 2026? That and much more, tonight on Explorations. Good evening, everyone. How are we all doing? Wonderful to be with you. It's me, Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. The only program with which you can explore the universe, both inside and out, to unlock and unleash the power within. How are we all doing? How are we doing? Ladies and gentlemen of the chat right now, how are we all doing? Please talk to me. I'd love to know. I need to know. Namaste. How are we all feeling? It's the Christmas is done. The Christmas is done, and it is time for a new season, a new period of time with different energy, new opportunities. Namaste. How are we doing, though? Talk to me right now. I need to know. I'm doing great. Guru says, I'm Robert Kopp. Namaste. I'm pretty fucking loose as Onion Plug. That's great. That's great to hear because we're going to use that looseness to our advantage tonight, Onion Plug. We're going to use that looseness to our advantage. That I promise you. That I guarantee you. Namaste. Sparrowgrass, you're not getting me. You're not getting my ass. You think this is the first time I've been here? The first time I've been here? You got to be so silly right now. You got to be so crazy right now to think that I'm going to fall for that. Namaste. Let's pull it down a little bit, see what happens. How are we? Checking mic, audio. Yes, better a little bit. We were peaking a second ago. And now we're looking a little bit healthier. Beautiful stuff. All right, namaste. So Nindi New with what I'm sure is going to be a beautiful communal vision. Namaste. I have done so well with the program that moving on past 2026 and now determining how I will give up in 2027. Wow. Now that is something. That is something to really think about. Namaste, Nindi. So guys, if you're new to the channel, that is an example of a communal vision. So over here you have an option, a list of options that you can take advantage all stream tonight. And if you message on your heart and mind that you feel must be shared with everyone watching the stream, ladies and gentlemen, what you can do is head on over to the communal vision. So for 201 bits right now, I believe it is 201 bits, you too can express something critical to the community and allow us to sort of explore it, both on an individual level and also a collective level. Namaste to everyone. Fisk, the idea of the year starting in the winter and not the spring is a psyop. Interesting. Interesting. Thanks so much, Fisk. Good to have you early, Fisk. Good to have you early. Fisk, are you here often early in the stream, or is that something tonight? Because most often I see your name pop up later on in the stream. A little bit later on in the stream. You got zinged. You got zing zanged. You got by me. That's right. Yeah, I'm not falling for that. I'm not falling for that. Don't mind Fisk CIA. She's crazy. The idea of the year. Listen, I still think that Fisk isn't here early on in the stream. I think Fisk comes a little bit later. I don't know if they lurk that long, but I guess we'll find out if I could get a goddamn response. I don't know. My sleep is fucked. Okay, namaste. I believe that. Namaste to you. Namaste. Now, guys, so this is Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the world's most effective personal power program in the country. And here we are, ground zero of yet another opportunity to unlock and unleash the power within. The power that we refer to coming from the next level that we speak about so frequently here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. The power of the next level. Now, how do we get to this power of the next level? Go ahead. Somebody just kicked us off. Nindy knew. Guys, I have given everything that you need to get to the power of the next level. Everything that you could possibly need boiled down to 4 tenets. 4 basic tenets of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. And guys, let's take a look at exactly what those 4 tenets are before we get any further. First and foremost, as Nindy just introduced for the first time tonight, and you can find these tenets in the channel points options below. Now, the first of the 4 tenets is the most important, but by far my least favorite. I cannot stand this tenet of the program, and that's why it's so important. I hate it, but it's so important that it's got to be first, and that is to relax. That is to relax, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Nindinu getting us there. Namaste. Nindinu. So relax, guys. Before we do anything, before we think thoughts, before we feel feelings, before we say anything, make a sound, make a peep out of that claptrap, we need to relax. Relaxing in a Leslian sense is an extremely violent and unpleasant process. Now, we've actually recently lost some explorers that had recently joined us within the past couple of months, and they found that the program itself was too much for them, that they needed to take a step back. Now, what I see from my perspective, and take it for what it's worth, I only wrote the goddamn program. but my perspective, as from my perch up top, is that when explorers join us with a great deal of enthusiasm, and then they leave us, oftentimes saying they need a mental health break, PU, or they need to they need to be in a less toxic environment. These are signs that they are stuck on the first level, to relax. They feel as if they need to be supported. They feel they need to be in a safe environment. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the most toxic terms that I can think of, period. And when you see somebody using those terms, know that the program is working, and know that they are on the first tenet of the program, to relax. Namaste. Namaste. Cosmic Video, good to see you. Cosmic Video, namaste to you. The top of my Celsius smells a little weird tonight. It smells a little yeasty. Why is that? I don't know. I just got it from Walgreens. Maybe they sprinkle a little bit of yeast on there for me because they know that's what I like. They know I like the yeast, so they sprinkled some yeast on it at Walgreens. I have a terrific relationship with all the workers at Walgreens, by the way. Really, absolutely top-tier relationship with the Walgreens employees at my local Walgreens. They cannot get enough of me, and I get just enough of them. But it's always very pleasant. I haven't had a negative interaction with an employee at a Walgreens, and it's been years. It's been years. It didn't always used to be this way. It didn't always used to be this way. I used to get into some hot water with Walgreens employees. Hot water. Namaste. Namaste. Sparrow grass, no, we're going to be drinking it. We're going to be drinking it. I'm already like kind of a third of the way through. We're going to be drinking it. That's for damn sure. Namaste. Yeah, no, it used to be real rough between me and Walgreens employees back in the day. It used to be real rough. I'd get in there, there was one time, I mean, I have so many stories. I literally have so many stories. One time it ended up, they called the cops on me because I got in a physical fight with a woman at Walgreens. Now she was technically bigger than me, and not just a fat way. She was an amateur UFC kind of like bodybuilder. She was tough. She was 6'9" and probably about 245. And I'm 6 feet 7 inches, and my weight fluctuates between maybe 190 to 220 depending. And we had it out. It was on site. We had been building up to that for years, and I got a couple good shots in. Women are very vulnerable, but eventually she held me down by my neck like a dog that had shit on the carpet and waited for the cops to come. But luck was on my side because I knew the cops that showed up, and they arrested her. They believed me that she was abusing me, that I was the victim. So they put, and this was the second time that they had arrested her that weekend. Earlier in the weekend, she got caught at a party selling Lucy cigarettes to middle school kids at a party in a barn. Lucy cigarettes to middle school kids at a party in a barn. Fisk, there's nothing to be afraid of, Fisk. Listen, I guarantee you, Fisk, you've got this. So Fisk is saying that they are afraid of Walgreens employees. Fisk, this is what you got to do. You got to take this fear and you got to initiate a physical fight with a Walgreens employee. This is not a joke. Go physically fight a Walgreens employee tonight after the stream. Go physically fight them. As soon as you get hit in the head, all the fear will go out the window. You will become an animal, Fisk. You are fucked up, Fisk. Listen, you gotta fucked up inside of your mind and body, and you gotta use that power. And what practice ground to use that power? I think you're crazy enough to get a couple domestics at getting a fight at Walgreens. Because they'll start talking to you and they're like, "Oof, okay, yeah, let's maybe go a little easy." Namaste. Beautiful start to tonight. How are we? So we're doing all right. I got some feedback from M. Robert Cop. M. Robert Cop, it's wonderful to see you. I got some feedback from Fisk. But how's everybody else doing? Everybody's filing in. We're just getting started tonight on our exploration of how we're going to be giving up in 2026. Very exciting. I love this stream. At the end of the year, once we get into failing and to being defeated and surrendering and being a loser, and this is it. This is the wheelhouse of the program, and a perfect way to start off your year. But before that, how are we doing? M. Robert Cop CVS, ooh, yeah, but they could scrap. You got to be careful at CVS. M. Robert Cop, really fantastic question. can we get started at CVS? And that's a fantastic question. But they can scrap. I don't know if when was the last time your anonymous user gifting a sub to Walgreens Master. Namaste. Namaste. Thanks so much. Anonymous, thank you so much. Blessings and namaste. And also Walgreens Master, welcome to the program. So this is what, the CVS is, I don't know the last time you were in a CVS, but they aren't doing great. Their employees, they've got some people on their payroll, but I'm pretty sure their employees are, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. It smells weird, poorly stocked. They got, if things aren't going good when the products, tell me if I'm wrong, when the products are stocked with a lot of space in between them, right? You see that and you're like, uh-oh. Then you look up, you try to make eye contact with an employee to further your conception of the vibe of this retail store, in this case a CVS. Make eye contact with the CVS employee. You can't tell where they are. They're looking at physical reality, but there's so much going on that you can hardly say they're there with you. You can hardly say, Lord knows, they're not shaven, hygiene is poor. They're looking through the world around them in a very unhealthy way. Cosmic Video is doing good. Cosmic Video is doing good. Namaste, Cosmic Video. Thank you for chiming in. Blessings. Blessings to Cosmic Video tonight. Blessings to Cosmic Video tonight. Namaste. Namaste. Getting my vitamin B's, getting my cap. So what we're going to be drinking tonight, Nindy knew with it.
If someone is trying to get you to relax, they're trying to hurt you.
Namaste. Beautiful stuff. Thank you so much. Beautiful stuff. Namaste. I'm going to adjust the setting real quick. Probably won't let me right now. Let's see. Is it going to let me do it? Hell yeah. Perf. All right. Namaste. Beautiful. All right. So I think, is this drink? No, this is from Walgreens. This is from Walgreens, Spatsburg. I appreciate the question, but this is from Walgreens. This is a Walgreens drink. Blessings and namaste. So anyway, guys, what we're getting into right now, the Celsius. So it'll give you guys a little idea of what is coloring my energy tonight. If it feels a little bit different than most other nights, what we're dealing with right now is a Celsius drink. Love these things. Can't get enough of these Celsius drinks. Official program drink. Official drink of the program. I'd love to work with Celsius. If anybody knows a rep at Celsius.com or 1-800-CELSIUS or whatever their contact shit is, I'd love to work with Celsius. And what I'm drinking tonight, this is one of my top threes. This is one of my top threes. Arctic Vibe. Arctic Vibe. Arctic Vibe is what we're drinking tonight. So this is a sparkling frozen berry edition. It's got plenty of vitamin Bs per use, and then it's got a bunch of caffeine, 200 milliliters of caffeine, which feels good for me. And Celsius, every time I go to CVS for my prescription, it's a fucking production. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying on Unplug. CVS is like a Wild West. CVS is a sort of the trap house of chain pharmacies. Namaste. No more yeast. No more yeast on that. All right, guys. So listen, let's get down to brass tacks. I really appreciate everyone being here. Namaste to all my explorers. Tonight is a very important night of the year. We're going to be doing this topic both tonight and Monday because it's that important. It's that important that we prepare ourselves for the new year, for the new year. Because one thing that we cannot avoid, ladies and gentlemen, one thing that we cannot avoid in the same way that we cannot avoid the sort of empty gestures of cheer and such during the Christmas season, when it comes time for the new year, we cannot avoid everybody with a little bit of what they refer to as hope. What they refer to as hope. And we cannot avoid it. It's in the air. People love this stuff. It's a new year, and much like, and I've covered this video in the community of Devoted Light, which we'll be getting into in a little bit. But in the community of Devoted Light, I have a video titled Sleep. And it discusses, in part, the experience. Now listen up, everybody. This is going to go over some of your heads, but for those of you that have been here for a minute are ready for a pretty beefy lesson right now. Okay? So all ears up. Sleep. Sleep, separating the days. And this separation of the days, ladies and gentlemen, one of the ways that it shapes our experience day to day, week to week, month to month, is that it gives us the belief that tomorrow, a day wholly separate from today, can and sometimes will be different. Let me say that again. Sleep, separating day from day, gives us, and I'll go one step further this time, gives us the illusion that tomorrow can and will be different from today. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, doing a lot of work, huh? The eternal margin to which we all push our failures. The eternal margin to which we relegate all versions of ourselves that we hope to become. This dynamic, day to day, oh, we'll sleep on it. Oh, we'll get them tomorrow morning. Oh, tomorrow's a new day. This dynamic, day to day, is very alive and very pernicious during this time of year, as one year rolls into another year. And we can see it in the DNA of what gets posted by our friends and family. Tomorrow, it may be a new day. Well, next year is going to be a new year. Next year is when I will finally get it together. One's in chat if you've seen this kind of malarkey before. Next year is the year that I start, saving money right. Next year is when I finally start working out. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to finally find that man or that woman that makes my life right. I'm going to get a different job. I'm going to go to school. Next year is the year where I become myself. Brothers and sisters of explorations, if you've been here for any amount of time, then you know exactly my attitude towards this. Toxic poison. Ladies and gentlemen, in a very real way, the hope that tomorrow will be different, that the hope that next year will offer us an opportunity for affirmative, positive direction in our lives. This hope is our enemy. This hope should be fought tooth, nail, knife, and gun whenever it rears its hideous rapist face. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we will not be indulging hope. We will not be humoring the idea that next year offers us an opportunity or promise. Tonight, we are asking one question, and one question alone. We will open up the line, and I want to hear your answer. How are you giving up in 2026? What area of your life are you ready to accept defeat? What area of your life are you ready to admit that you are not growing, you are not progressing? If anything, you're going backwards. This is the year. Let this year be the year that you give up, ladies and gentlemen. Let this year be the year that you accept failure. You surrender to loss. You mourn the versions of self that you wish you could become. Cool clothes lady, cool car guy, successful. No. Anyone can win, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone can win. It's the easiest thing to do in the world. And because of that, advice offered by people who win is the least valuable shit on earth. Ladies and gentlemen, let's open up the line and ask the question, how are you giving up in 2026? How are you giving up in 2026? 773-974-9585. 773-974-9585. Here we go. While people are filing in on the program, let's go ahead and get through a couple quick orders of business. Namaste. Guys, I love getting stuff from the P.O. Box. We're going to be opening some stuff later on tonight. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. Please send me something to that P.O. Box. I'd love to get it from you. I'd love to open it up on air. I love getting literally anything from you guys. Postcards, envelopes, anything. You just send it my way. We'll open it up on air. Namaste to you. (773-974-9585). And like I said, I referred to a very beautiful video that I made for my community of devoted light. And if you are wondering how to get a piece of that, enter my inner circle. I just dropped the link in chat right now, guys. Click that link that you see in chat right now to enter my community of devoted light at patreon.com. For a couple dollars a month, you can access exclusive materials, postcards, podcasts, videos, music downloads, monthly postcard, etc., etc. Namaste, Leave Trails. Welcome on in. Everybody get some namaste in chat for Leave Trails. Guys, can we get some namaste in chat right now for Leave Trails? Namaste. Namaste, Leave Trails. Welcome on in. Yes. Thank you so much. I love this. I love this little group that we got here. I love this dedicated little group that we've got right here. 773-974-9585. How are you giving up? How are you, each of you, giving up in 2026? I want to hear from you. It can be very simple. It can be very simple. It doesn't have to be big. You don't have to be funny. When you call up this program, it doesn't have to be funny. It doesn't have to be interesting. It just has to be honest. It has to be you talking to me. How are you giving up? Let's talk about it. I'd love to hear from you. Let's just start with this a simple way. What way are you just so tired of trying? Right? In what way are you so exhausted at even the thought of trying for one more year? It could be therapy. It could be your mental health. How many of you are exhausted at the idea of being mentally healthy? How many of you are tired of trying therapists, of trying self-help books, of trying little chicken soup for the whatever souls? Following the right accounts on Instagram, making sure your sleep's right, etc., etc. How many of you are tired of that? Tired of trying to be healthy, ladies and gentlemen? Give me a call, 773-974-9585. Stress yoga. I'm tired of even thinking about finding a lover or going on dates. Give me a call. Guys, if you want to, that's a good one. That's a juicy one. Give me a call tonight, 773-974-9585. How are you giving up in 2026? If you're giving up dating, come on, 773, give me a call. Give me a call on the number right here. I'd love to chat with you. Oh, real quick. Oh, beautiful. Namaste. Thank you so much for trans rights. Explore a failed parent of several. Subscribing for the 8th month. I'm tired of being mentally healthy, and thanks to the program, I don't need to force myself to be anymore. Interesting. Now, trans rights, I love that. Guys, can we look at this, a dynamic in what was just shared with us? Trans rights. Sharing with us, I'm tired of being mentally healthy. I'm tired of it. Because, okay, so that means that being mentally healthy for trans rights, it means it's a strain, right? It's a strain. There's a pressure, maybe. An effort that must be sustained. And thanks to the program, I don't need to force myself to be anymore. I love that. That's beautiful. Thank you for so much. Guys, anybody else think, so far we got finding a lover and going on dates. We've got being mentally healthy. What else we got? It is exhausting, exactly. This is, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. I'd love to get into it because you see me kind of repeat the same sort of stuff over and over again, right? Of maybe, I distrust therapists. I distrust therapists. And I talk shit about therapy all the time. I tell you to stop taking your meds, stop going to therapy. Why? Why is it that I do that? And look at that. Look at that right here. It's exhausting to be mentally healthy. It's exhausting. Is it maybe possible that the regime of mental health is actually toxic and poisonous in and of itself? And if that's true, if the regime of health is actually in its core the opposite of health, then how should we relate to those that share the gospel of that poison? How should we think about those people telling us, putting pressure on us, holding up the social institutions that make our lives miserable year in and year out? Trans rights, maybe because your idea of mental health has been warped by these rapists. Do you think it's possible? Namaste. So we got our first caller on the line, guys. I'm very excited to get this explorer in here. They have become a real regular here, and I love their energy. I love their calls. I'm very excited to get them on. Let's go ahead. Let's not waste any more time. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I could call you tonight? Caller? 1 second. Let's make sure that this is working. You there, caller? Namaste. Blessings, namaste to you. Is it coming through? Nothing? I'm not getting anything. Nothing from you, senor. Here, I'm going to return you to the queue and pull you back in. Wait, what? This is weird. Why am I not in the... Oh, damn it. I gotta undo that. No, it's I think it's me. Why am I not?
You are connected as the host. Welcome.
Okay, there we go.
You are now in the host
All right.
room and can manage your callers from the call-in studio web interface.
Caller, can you hear me?
Yeah.
There he is. There he is. Namaste, caller. How you doing tonight?
Doing great, Leslie. How are you?
Oh, I'm on cloud 9. You know, sometimes I say I'm on cloud 9. Sometimes I say I'm on cloud 9/11. What I mean by that is that 9/11, you know, being the horrific tragedy in which 3,000 innocent lives were lost. I mean the opposite of that. So, you know, you imagine people killing themselves and whatnot, and just thinking like, what's the opposite of that in terms of being excited and enthusiastic?
Never forgetting as well.
Never forgetting, or maybe the opposite would be forgetting, and that's good.
And then that means your colors do run.
Yeah, and then my colors run, that I forget, that I don't support the troops,
Right.
which I don't, to be clear. To be clear, in case there's a troop in the chat right now, and I'd love to speak if you want to speak about that. But listen, caller, go ahead and introduce yourself to chat. Here I am gabbing already.
This is Pox Holiday. How are you?
Ah, Pox Holiday, brother. Yes, it's good to be with you. I'm doing great. Thanks so much for getting us started off on the right foot tonight.
Yeah. Well, was Santa good to you?
Well, Santa must have forgot about me. No, I keep it. I sit at home and I sort of kind of, I keep the lights low and the heat low, and I just sort of, you know, I eat real basic ingredients, and I masturbate as much as I can.
Right. What can I ask this question? Why the basic ingredients? I'm sorry, I have to ask that.
Oh, basic ingredients? I mean, I'm talking like flour, I'm talking like eggs, salt, I'm talking like a single can of refried beans. I'm talking real basic stuff.
Staples is what you use to fuel your goon. That is your goon fuel. Is just staples.
Good. Yeah. For lack of a, you know, yes, in common parlance, and so, you know, in a colloquial sense, yes, I eat like tomato-based and like kind of pasty flour in order to sort of fuel my self-love.
Thicken it up like a roux, almost like for gravy.
Right. Well, that's the thing. People talk about, you know, eating pineapple to get your cum to smell better, but if you just mix a little bit of water and flour and eat that for about 48 hours, your cum will be disgusting.
Yeah, it's gonna be like fish food.
Yeah, sort of like that, like a musty fish food. Yeah. One time I got a little bit of vinegar, a little vinegar note, and I'm not even exactly sure how I did that, to be honest with you.
Was it that one with the farmer on the front and his wife? Was it apple cider vinegar?
Ooh, yeah. You know, It did have a little bit of fruitiness to it. So yeah. I don't know about the brand, but definitely more of an apple on the spectrum of apple cider vinegar to not apple cider vinegar. My cum that day was closer to smelling like apple cider vinegar.
So I don't know whether, like, as far as spectrum goes, are we talking cum or cider or vinegar? Are they both on the spectrum?
I'm going to leave that to the scientists. I'm a common, I'm just some guy. When I think about it, I smell my cum. It smells like apple cider vinegar or not, and that's the call I make.
Maybe you could do a poll later.
Yeah, what would the poll be?
Which is more on the spectrum, cum or vinegar?
Which is more on the spectrum, cum or vinegar?
Yeah,
let's just do it.
I don't know that.
Let's just do it. Give me one moment. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
Which is more on the spectrum, cum, vinegar?
Which let you say cum?
We'll find out.
Let's see.
Yes, you can put cum in the answers.
But you probably can't put like Jew.
Yeah, probably not. Let's try. Oh, we'll try that next.
which is more on the spectrum, cum, vinegar, or juice?
Or just like a simple. Well,
Yeah.
Let's see what words are. Yeah, we'll mix it. We'll make it up. Well, listen, I'd love. We're cooking with gas right now. Me and you, we're firing on the same page. But I do want to take you to task, if that's all right tonight.
Yes.
Pox.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we got about 20 seconds left. Which is more on the spectrum, cum or vinegar? Really interesting results coming in so far. Vinegar eking out a lead. Not very many people participating.
I'm not voting either, just to be impartial.
Laser Focus asking the question, spectrum of the tism? Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't either. Yeah, no. You said spectrum and
vinegar wins. All right, so let's keep going. So listen, Pox Holiday, I'm going to just ask you real bluntly, if that's all right. Brother, how are you giving up this new year?
Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day, actually, and I think I've given up thinking that this year's going to be better than the last.
Okay.
Because it made me think about 10 years ago, if you think about it. 10 years ago was such a horrible year. 2016, think about it. We lost Prince. We lost David Bowie. That was the Pulse nightclub. There was a certain election. If some people don't like the way that election turned out.
Some people, some people don't. Some people did.
Yeah, some people loved it. Some people didn't. Hey, whatever floats your boat. But
sounds like you personally did not like it.
Well, for me, it was more of the local elections that I wasn't happy with.
What, the county commissioner or like a treasurer or something?
Yeah. For a while, I no longer live there, but for a while, I was represented by Madison Cawthorn. Do you remember that gentleman? This little guy in the wheelchair?
Not really. What was the deal? What was the deal?
I don't want to get into it. But I mean, you think about 2016. A lot of people didn't like the way things went. And I heard people being like, "Oh gosh."
But you didn't. You didn't. More importantly, you did not like how 2016 went.
I mean, I would have rather had Prince around. I mean, I would have rather him not die of a pill overdose in an elevator.
So you're, you're really tapped into these big picture things. Then I see. Yeah.
Well, boy, man, just think. I mean, I just remember so many people back then was like, "Oh, this is like so horrible. It's so horrible, so horrible. These things are so bad." And just tell me, since then, when has it been a better year?
For the past 10 years.
10 years. Yeah, so 10 years. And like none of these years have you been like, I would absolutely redo that COVID year. I would absolutely redo 2021 whenever whatever. I mean, just like think about it. And not a single year goes by where you're like, yeah, I'd do that one over again, since 2016 at least. Maybe 2015 you like that. I don't know. But that's I'm just saying. My big thing is I'm giving up on giving, trying to not give up.
Ooh, listen, I like this. Is a great start. This is a great start, Pac. So I think you're right to look back and to look at your personal life and see that, listen, year after year after year, there is just nothing that has gotten better. I've only been hurt by the idea that it will get better. So you're ready. You're ready to accept something, huh?
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
Pac, let's take this to the next level. Let's get specific. What specifically are you ready to give up on? Other than the general idea that it's going to get better, let's talk about something in your personal life that you have been trying and you're ready to let go.
I don't know if you have this feeling. I mean, genuinely, I have this feeling every year where I'm just like, gosh, I definitely am a little bit smarter than last year's version of Pox, right? That guy, he didn't know what, pamplemousse meant, whatever, just the insert thing here.
Sure.
And, didn't know that this little piggy going to market didn't mean they were taking a basket. That meant they were being chopped up and going to be eaten as pork.
Right.
So you learn things. So I think, I don't know, I guess I've just given up on 2025 Pox already, because I know that he's dumber than next year's version. Is that a convoluted answer?
A little bit, but I see what you're saying. You see the progression of years that are getting worse, and you're getting stupider, not smarter.
Well, I have all the confidence that I'm going to be smarter next year.
I mean, it doesn't sound like it. I feel like you just said the opposite.
No. I said I have confidence that I will be smarter next year than I am this year, but I just don't care about this year's version of Pox, And so then you go, well, wait a minute. If I don't think this one's a good version, then in a year from now, I'm not going to think that the next one's but it's going to be better than this one. So that's why I'm just like, I just give up on caring how it turns out.
You're doing a little bit of a dance right now. Do you feel it?
What's funny was I actually was doing a little dance.
But
I don't feel. I mean, I'm trying. I'm not doing a very good job of explaining it.
Oh no, it's okay. It's listen. You're being perfectly clear. I understand it. What I'm trying to do right now is sort of kind of drill into it a little bit so that the audience can understand. The audience is slow. You're doing a great job. The audience.
Imagine it. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, I think so. What I feel like you're saying, what I feel like you're trying to say, is that looking back, in hindsight, you always see ways that you could have not fucked up, right? And then you say, I'm smarter now, right?
Right.
And this experience of hindsight, hindsight being 20/20, as they say, gives you a feeling of like, I'm walking through life backwards, looking at all my mistakes, realizing the ways that my life could have been better had I made a different or better decision at that moment in time. And you realize this is just the state of things.
Right.
That you are right now, beginning this year, in a state of failure, of stupidity, of blindness.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
Beautiful. And listen, I can't wait to hear the ways in which this further unrolls for you, Pox. I would imagine that you're going to make all sorts of very dumb and detrimental mistakes to your life.
Yeah. That's the thing is like you're going to screw up, but you learn from it. But at what point? I mean, I'm no spring chicken, so
Right. I can hear it. I can hear your voice. You don't sound young.
Exactly. No, I shouldn't sound young.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you think about all the times that in the next 365 days that I'm gonna fuck up. Now, granted, I'm gonna, quote unquote, be smarter next year. I'm gonna know not to say that thing in front of my boss or whatever. I don't know. Just kind of run out.
Exactly. Leave it right there. Namaste, Pox.
There we go. Namaste.
Namaste. Guys, do you hear that sigh? Do you hear that? Him even trying to negotiate with the idea of maybe being smarter or better or whatever. The dance that I was referring to that he was doing was this kind of, there was this a hint of positive spin that I was hoping that we could get through by the end of the call. And luckily we did. That sigh, I'll learn something. Right? I'll make those mistakes, but that's how you learn, and I'll learn something. And then there was like that. Right there. Exactly that. Namaste. All right, we got another call lined up. Let's go ahead and bring them on in. Caller, welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's up, Mike? I call you tonight.
It's Amelia.
Amelia, sweetheart, how are we doing tonight?
Hey, I finally got to eat yesterday, which was pretty hype. It'd been like 4 days, so I'm feeling all right.
So what's stopping you from eating, huh?
I didn't get any fucking food. There's nowhere out that's does delivery during Christmas and all that shit. And
sure.
Then there was a snowstorm, so there was also no one delivering. And
what about
I've
Chinese?
Been, locked up in my room
Chinese?
avoiding my family. No, but there's no delivery drivers.
Oh. And then your family.
It wasn't Pizza Spatzberg. The last pizza place was 2 minutes from closing, and I tried to rush in an order on DoorDash, but I didn't hit it fast enough. Hopefully tomorrow. It was yesterday I just got McDonald's because it was the only thing open. Everywhere else closed early because of snow.
Oh.
But I was very surprised that it was actually hot. It wasn't even the one that was close to me. But that shit was hot. It was heaven eating that.
So listen, and it's been 4 days, you said, huh?
3, 4, yeah.
Something. There's no snacks around the house to nibble on?
I have some candy. I had some Nerds and stuff, but I usually feel worse when I eat candy as a meal than if I just eat nothing.
Yeah. Beautiful. Love that. So listen, first of all, so you're a good person to talk to in terms of giving up, because ladies and gentlemen,
hell yeah.
When I ask the question of giving up, allow me to provide some context, Amelia. When we're talking about giving up, I say, the large thrust of my energy in dealing with this topic is knowing that most of the audience will have something to give up, right? That most of the audience will, you're like, maybe I'll get a promotion this year, or they'll be like, maybe I can get a better car, whatever maybe I can finish that song or book or maybe a creative project or something. Listen, but we're talking to somebody who doesn't have that much to give up.
Mm-hmm.
And if we had such, and we don't, but if we had such a thing as a monk, Amelia might be something like that, right? Because her life is sort of lacking a great deal, in much the way a monk's life might.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Amelia, so let's take you to task. Let's explore the question. You're looking down the barrel of another year.
Yeah.
And there's been ups, there's been downs. We've ridden those ups and downs with you. So talk to me right now. When I ask, how are you giving up in 2026? What does that mean to you, and what are you looking to give up?
Well, I made a little short list while I was waiting in line here.
Perfect.
You can pick which one you'd want to dive into.
Okay. Let's just go through the list.
So we have my ex, feelings for my ex. presenting happier than I actually am, trying to make friends, trying to get into a relationship, and my existence.
Existing. Beautiful. Okay.
Like suicide, you know?
Yeah, right. On the table. On the table for 2026.
Mm-hmm. It's on the table every year. It doesn't happen usually.
Of course. Old country buffet style. Yeah, always put it up there.
Yeah. It's like, go to the gym. That's my equivalent.
Go to the gym, take your own life. It's important.
Yeah,
You don't always want, the pudding at Old Country Buffet, but it's good to leave it up there just in case.
Yeah, it's to keep in mind, in the back of your head.
Right. So let's go. Let's just so we've got a lot of this around relationship, right? A lot of this around relationship. Feelings for the ex, who, as we discussed a couple weeks ago, really fucked you.
Yeah,
and then
not the way I wanted to be.
In a way that makes you want to give up on not just looking for a lover, but also looking for friends. Am I hearing you right?
Yeah, I mean, the friends thing is greater than what happened between me and her, but yeah, that's been something that's been kind of rolling for a few years now.
Right.
The issues with friends.
So, and you're gonna, so let's put some strategies together. How are we giving up on this front? Because it's one thing to say it, ladies and gentlemen, and this is, everybody can take a page out of this book. It's one thing to say it, right? It's one thing to feel it. Oh, and because it feels kind of good, right? No, I'm giving up on men, or I'm giving up on women, or I'm giving up blah, 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 blah. But how are we going to put this into practice? So let's talk brass tacks. Amelia, how are we giving up on friendships in 2026?
I've slowly put less effort into trying to make friends. Like, I do less things that would make myself open to other people contacting me, trying to befriend me. I've done less myself to attempt to engage other people.
Right.
I kind of want to put the final nail in it, hopefully by the end of next year, maybe, it could be earlier, but that's the goal.
Right.
I want to take that effort from instead of what I do, just joining Discord servers late at night, desperately hoping to run into someone who I will sort of like to DM. Making posts online for friendship, making social media posts.
Namaste, the Graceful Bard has raided us. Namaste, Raiders. Welcome on in to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. It is such a treat to have Graceful Bard. How the fuck are you? It is wonderful to have you on board. Graceful Bard, a very talented streamer over there. Namaste to you, sweetheart, and welcome on in, Raiders, to Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country, bar none. The program with which we explore the universe, both inside and out, to unlock and unleash the power within. Namaste. That is what we do here. Everything that we do is geared exactly to that. And what a special stream for you guys to be. Namaste. Wonderful. It's so good. Namaste to you. Well, listen, Graceful Bard, it's wonderful to have you guys, and really, honestly, a perfect time for you guys to raid. A really perfect night and a perfect time in that night for you to raid. Tonight, we are asking the question for the next couple streams in preparation for the new year. Namaste, SH10151, blessings and namaste. Thank you so much for that gifted sub to Graceful Bard. But so the theme that we're Raiders, listen. Put on that exploration sweater, because tonight we are diving in headfirst, getting ready for the new year. And we're not asking what resolutions are we going to make. We're not asking, we're not saying how is this year going to be better? What are we going to do to improve our lives? No, the exact opposite. We are asking the question, how are you giving up in 2026? Enough with the opportunities, enough with the improvement, enough with the betterment, enough. It's not working. If it was going to work, it would have worked already. And funnily enough, the sooner that we give up, in a very substantial sense, the sooner we can begin to unlock and unleash that power of the next level that we speak about so frequently here at Exploration. So guys, if you're looking for a way to get involved in chat, looking for a way to something to think about when you call that number up on the screen, ask yourself this one question: what is one area that in your life that you are tired, exhausted from trying? It could be love, it could be friendship, it could be professional, it could be creative, it could be spiritual, it could be your health. You're tired of being healthy, right? Why is being healthy so goddamn tiring? Why, and we talked about this earlier, why is being mentally healthy so fucking exhausting? And I'm asking this question as a therapist, a legally licensed therapist, which I am. And that's not a joke. Now, luckily, we are speaking to a very powerful explorer right now. It could be sexual. Yeah, Onion Plug, let's talk about it. What are you giving up? We're talking to a very powerful explorer tonight, somebody whose life, it's hard to imagine it getting a whole lot worse, but Lord knows it can. Amelia going through what she's going to be giving up, talking about friends, talking about lovers, talking about various areas of her life. So Amelia, just keep going. I just want to get these fine folks on board, folks spelled with an X, and I do that to harm myself. I really can't stand that sort of stuff when I see it. Folks spelt with an X. It is a hideous thing to see, but I say it because it hurts me, and then I delight in the pain. Continue, Amelia. How are you giving up?
I feel that. I hate in streams when raiders come in and they all spam like their raid message when there's a stream going on. And it's like, I don't give a shit about your little pre-recorded message. I just want to watch the stream and talk about it.
Right.
Really. But welcome, guys. But to continue what I was saying, I want to make a distinction also between trying to make friends and socializing. I don't plan on giving up socializing, but I think I want to give up attempting to take it to the next level. I don't want to think about trying to befriend someone. I don't want to put in the effort, the time, the emotional energy to try to think of this person as a friend, hold up of that sort of relationship, put in the maintenance, care about like if they're doing their part in this and then getting fucked up about that. I'm fine, I can just talk to someone like on like a fucking Discord server or VR chat casually once or twice. But I think I gotta give up on the notion that anyone will actually become my friend.
I love that. And because it sounds like the attempts to get anyone to be your friend have been pointless, or at least fruitless.
100%. Futile. Torturous.
Because ultimately it sounds like you're the one carrying all the water for this sort of stuff, right?
Yeah, like 99% of the time. There's certainly times when, like, more recently, like, I've been putting less effort in. It's a little my fault. But for the most part, it's me really trying hard and not anyone giving a shit.
Trixie, that's a fantastic idea. Trixie just said I should offer VR chat therapy. Would you?
I'd be so into that.
Pepperoncini, I promise never to be your friend, Amelia. I got too many of them anyway. Hashtag Drake Stan.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You're such a great, not a great friend, but you're a great person for helping me with my goals. I appreciate it.
Exactly. Well, that's what is so, I think one of the really beautiful parts of this program is that it offers not friends. There's something beyond friends. There's something beyond enemies. There's something beyond this like very paltry, shallow idea of love, like hate, despise, etc., etc. Something beyond that. And I think we just got to witness that. Amelia giving up on friends and gaining something even, arguably, both better and worse at the same time. In Pepperoncini.
More powerful. It's sort of like, you go to your local congregation and you have your church peers or something like that. You may not know them, but you have a sort of camaraderie with them, Oh, we're doing a Jazz Express. Oh, shit. I don't know if I should be quiet or let this go. 2026 is gonna fucking suck, guys. I have zero faith in this shit.
Namaste, everybody. Welcome. This is a Jazz Express. Blessings and namaste. Pepperoncini kicking the Jazz Express off. What a beautiful gift to get to experience. And the beauty being, if you enjoy jazz, great. That's obviously, you know, the gift makes sense. If you don't enjoy jazz, graceful bards, raiders. Listen, guys, I know you're into music, obviously, but if you do not enjoy jazz, I implore you to stick around, because Lord knows how long this son of a bitch is gonna last. Jazz, let me give you a little secret about jazz. It's not supposed to be enjoyed. It is so long, it is so abstract a lot of the time. If you're asking yourself, oh, I wish I enjoyed this, what's the fucking point of this? You're asking the wrong question. That discomfort is the point. That pain that you're in, that waiting for it to end is the point. Namaste.
There was a time when I was like younger and I got like all my shit taken away from probation from being truant in school, and I only had a radio to entertain myself for the most part, and I listened to a lot of NPR and jazz. It kind of reminds me of that.
Namaste. Thanks so much for joining us, Amelia. Very depressing stuff as usual. And listen, keep us abreast your exploits for giving up in the coming days. We'll have another stream to kind of focus our strategies in a couple days here. And as always, I really appreciate your presence and your contributions.
All my time got taken up by the jazz and the raid.
Yep. Namaste. Sucks.
Namaste.
Just add it to the list. Amelia just cannot get a break. Cannot get a break, right? Amelia looking for, you know, this stream for Amelia and so many people. This is a load-bearing experience. People call in and watch the stream, and these are extremely important things in each of their lives, right? They you know, Leslie, oh, he's my friend. I get to spend time with him. Oh, I get to talk to him. Oh, I get to be entertained. Blah, 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 blah. Right? And then to call up, have a shitty life in general, then to call up and then get overrun by a bunch of fucking jazz, that's making your life even worse. And what a gift.
Ecstasy.
Namaste. Blessings. How are you giving up in 2026? Thank you so much, Pepperoncini. And Danny Blue Jeans resubbing. You think you're sneaking by me? Danny Blue Jeans resubbing for the 16th month in a row. Namaste, Danny Blue Jeans. Blessings and namaste to you. Let's go ahead and get our next caller on the chat. Love to speak. Now, this is arguably the most powerful explorer that we have among our ranks. But, you know, I'd love to see people really argue about that in the, you know, and whenever people, you know, whenever the passions arise. But enough messing around. Let's get them in. Ask the question. How are you giving up in 2026? Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you? Brad, good to see you.
Miguel, it's me, Jenny.
Jenny, welcome back to the program, hon. How you doing tonight?
Good, I missed you, bud.
Oh, it's so good to hear your voice. How was your Christmas, Jenny?
Christmas Eve was nice. I cried most of Christmas Day. That was weird.
Most. Why is that?
I don't even know. I think it was just like a bodily reaction.
A bodily reaction to what exactly?
I don't know, Les. I can't even think of it. I think I just associated really fast, and then it was just tears coming out of my eyes.
Namaste to that. So listen, guys, if you're wondering what power looks like, if you're wondering what surrendering, defeat, loss, giving up looks like, ladies and gentlemen, it does not look coherent. It does not look linear. It looks like exactly what we just heard. No idea, just crying, dissociating, couldn't tell you a reason that set it off, but that's what happened. Jenny, great to hear from you. Now, I see you've got a couple updates for us before I ask you the question. Is that accurate? Do you want to share something with us?
Like what?
Regarding Sebastian?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think you know that he got arrested.
No, I don't.
Well,
guys,
oh.
Those of you that are unaware, Sebastian is kind of a historic figure here at Explorations. Our first successful, we did conversion therapy with him to turn him from a regular metrosexual to a full alcoholic homosexual. And there have been a lot of, it's been very chaotic since then. Very chaotic. Now, we've got an update, jump into present day, talk to us about Sebastian, arrested. Why?
And by the way, to touch on that, it wasn't very difficult. We got him in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, it took about 15 minutes, and he wasn't even like the main guy on the phone. You were talking to me on the phone. He was just like in the room. I did the conversion therapy through you.
Yeah. So, Sebastian came here, apparently, from what I'm learning, right from what I thought was his job with the mental hospital again. And anyway, he got violently drunk. You know him.
Right.
And I had to get my mother on the phone so that he would leave my apartment because he was I had myself locked in my room. And so then he went and parked at a CVS parking lot, and the police got him.
Oh, I love this. We were just discussing CVS earlier tonight. Were you here for that?
Were you? No.
Listen, so I was talking about my relationship with Walgreens employees, very positive. And then I was talking about how
I used to work for Walgreens.
CVS is like the trap house of like chain pharmacies, generally speaking, not a great vibe. So it makes 100% sense that this chaotic alcoholic homosexual man would get arrested at a CVS and not a Walgreens.
I guess it adds up.
It adds up. 2 + 2 = 4. Sebastian gets arrested at CVS. Nindy New with a quick communal vision. Can't wait to get this perspective from Nindy New. I heard that Jenny is giving up her Vagisil for 2026. You go, girl. Is that accurate?
That shows you what Nindy New knows, because Vagisil is actually a soap that keeps your pH levels proper. Okay, so I don't know what pigs he's been dealing with.
Okay, so
I will not be
the
given
acidity
that
of your vaginal acidity is 1 to 10.
My pH levels are top notch, bud.
So your vagina's acid is ideal.
Yeah.
Okay. Not too yeasty, not too there's no notes of burning hair or anything like that.
Burning hair?
Yeah, I've smelled a lot of I do a lot of hands-on work with women in a spiritual mental sense, and sometimes that spills over to the body. And I've noticed that when there's a spiritual ailment, a lot of the times the poussoir can smell can take on a sort of an aroma of burning hair.
Leslie, I'm going to blow your mind right now. That's either Nair or a demon.
Well, that's funnily enough, it's mostly a demon. That's how they think of it. Because then we spent, it's mostly with Christian women, we spend a lot of time. Dirty Smith rating, Namaste Raiders, welcome on in. Blessings and namaste to you. Your gaggle of goofballs. So Dirty Smith, thanks for bringing them on here. Pepperoncini with quick communal vision. Jenny has a stinky vagina and it smells up the whole joint. But be it a small intimate venue or a huge open air arena, Vagisil is too weak to combat the putrid smell of Jen's filthy hole. Any response to that, Jenny?
I feel like he was trying to hurt my feelings.
That's possible. That's possible. How does that feel?
I think he was.
Did it work?
Les, I don't feel a damn thing.
Oh, wow. Strong tonight. Strong tonight. Namaste, Jenny. Okay,
Thanks,
so Sebastian got into your apartment, was getting violent. What does violent mean? What was he doing this time?
He was just this. So this is a two-parter. Was he was screaming and yelling things that, like, you know, I'm a bitch, I'm a piece of shit. What's wrong with me? Everything he does is wrong. Blah blah blah. You know, the normal stuff.
Right.
So that time he was ejected by my mother and I, and then it was, of course, our fault that he got arrested because he was, quote unquote, sleeping in the CVS parking lot. Brother, you weren't. You had just left 15 minutes ago when I got the call from the police. So that's false. So anyway, then he was in jail overnight, and the police told me, because he wanted them to call me, to say that he was arrested, and that he would have his arraignment in the morning. And then, and Les, this is my fault. I was worried about how to get the car and stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Long story short, he comes back here. And, oh boy, it ended the same way. And this time I had to have the police come here. And then, he broke into my window and was reaching through for his wallet. I thought that you...
that time, yeah. Coco Macabro gifting 5 community subs. Namaste to Coco Macabro. Extremely generous of Coco Macabro. Blessings and namaste. If you just received a gifted sub from this explorer, I want to see some namastes in chat. I want to see some namastes in chat if you got a gifted sub from Coco.
I love it.
All right? Quick communal vision from Nindy New. Thanks so much, Nindy. Can't wait to get this perspective. One time when Jan ran out of Vagisil on a Valentine's Day cruise, they had to disembark everyone due to the stench and threw away all of the shrimp as a precaution. Is that accurate?
I've never been on a cruise, Les. That is a complete lie.
Okay.
There's no way that I could smell worse than the ocean. Whatever.
That's the pushback. Okay, so got
Still
arrested.
feeling cool as a cucumber.
What?
Still feeling cool as a cucumber.
Not hurt by what these people are saying about your pussy.
Nope. Got nothing.
Okay.
Hardly knew I had one.
Okay, so ultimately, where is Sebastian right now?
He is in a
Quick
mental
affirmation for women. Listen, if you're struggling with the acidity of your puss or vagina, don't worry about it. Okay, continue.
He is in a psych ward / rehab facility. It's a dual diagnosis, and I guess he's waiting on paperwork for a DUI, in which case he'll go to the slammer at some point.
Trixie, namaste, of course. Okay, so continue.
Yeah, they did his blood work. So he's in a psych ward / rehab facility for an extended stay, and I guess he'll be getting paperwork at some point regarding his DUI and then eventual trip to prison.
Got it. So at some point going to prison.
That's what I do believe, yeah.
And how long do you think that's going to be?
He has a way of wiggling out of things, Les. I think you've noticed. It should be a year mandatory, but I doubt that. So he might have to, if you remember the last time he went to jail, he pussed out and they sent him to the hospital because he pretended to start hallucinating and threw a big fit, and he did like the snowshoe walk as they were dragging him. He was
Crafty.
That's what guess what he told me. I'm stupid because I didn't think of that. I'm like, you're a lousy person.
I mean, that is crafty. That's crafty. He got out of it. Real MacGyver sort of stuff. Now,
probably the most clever thing he's ever done.
No, okay.
It definitely wasn't eating cat treats.
You were eating cat treats, or he was?
House. No, he was. You know the Delectables? Yeah. I just talked about this earlier. Yeah, I woke up and there were the Delectables that. If anybody doesn't know, it's kind of like cat pudding. It comes in like a stick. A lot of times, like vets will give it to cats to tempt them, if they're scared, or you give it to your cat because you love them or they're sick, like Zuzu was. He ate Zuzu's cat treats. 3 of them. I found them in the morning, the empty wrappers, on the coffee table.
Well, listen, this is very colorful, and we all genuinely appreciate the updates regarding, really honestly a prominent figure here at the program, and Sebastian. Sebastian, Namaste. Hopefully he can give us a call from jail.
I do not think that he'll be returning to the program.
Listen, if you see him again, I know you hate him, but give him the number.
Leslie, can I have one thing?
Oh, you mean away from him?
One thing.
Well, we'll see. I would love to see. I'd love to get a jail call from him though, because I'll bet it's going to be really.
That would be top notch.
Colorful. Yeah. Okay. So Jenny, I want to take you to task now. Let's real quick. Ninja News single bit blessings and namaste. Coco Macabro 100 bits blessings and namaste. You're not sneaking by me with that. Namaste. Fallen Snack also. Hopefully that women's affirmation got you what you needed. Okay. Now, Jenny, how are you giving up 2026? Let's go right to it.
I'm giving a panic attack, Liz.
How? How are you going to do that?
I mean, it's just something I'm working on. It's kind of like pencil and paper right now, just some ideas that I'm jotting down, but it's nothing. I don't really have concrete.
Did you hear the opening spiel for tonight's stream? Did you listen to my little sort of sermon?
I mean, some of it I was kind of like freaking out.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So listen. You just said that's something I'm working on. That's exactly what we're not doing.
Okay, no, I'm karate chopping it. It's over, dude. I'm super chill now. Okay?
Listen, you're not a chill person.
Let that ball drop.
Jenny, no. This is a perfect place to start. You should give up on not panicking. That's what you're giving up. That's what you're giving. I'm giving you a homework assignment. You are panicking. 2026 is the year of panic attacks.
What?
You're not a chill person. I don't know if I'm the first person to tell you this. You are not chill.
No. I am chill now.
No. Now? What is this? Look, guys, chat. Do you believe this? Do you believe this? Do you believe that Jenny is chill?
Duh, I'm the chillest, dude.
Jenny, that's...
Did you hear me call you dude? That's
Jenny,
chill.
You say you do a lot of stuff, and none of it is chill. Jenny, you're not chill.
Leslie, you're making me sweat here.
Okay, not for a second, says Space Cat. And Robert Cobb says, Jen has never been chill in her life.
What? They don't even know the new me.
New
it's not 2026, baby. That's really making sense. Les, come on.
Jenny, sweetheart, listen.
I can do anything.
No, you're failing. You failed. You failed on being chill. You're not a chill girl.
How about this? I give up on not getting panic attacks all the time. I don't know, Les. Should I just make it even more hardcore?
Exactly. More.
So I should get back that throw-up bowl. I'll get a bigger throw-up bowl. I'm going to give up trying not to have them.
Yes. There you go.
what if in turn that makes me feel more relaxed? You better not be playing any genie crap on me right now.
Listen, the program
Friggin'
works.
shit.
If the program doesn't work, then it's not the program. If you find yourself amidst an ongoing wave of panic attacks throughout the year 2026, know that this is the program begging you to ride that wave.
Baby, you know how I know how to ride a wave.
Yeah,
Okay, dude.
exactly. So get the surfboard and get ready to have some fucking panic attacks in 2026.
I'm gonna pet sharks.
Barry Punch says Jenny is not chill.
What? I don't even...
Remember when you threw up because you thought about your bathtub?
Which time, Les? Look, I don't think it's important to like talk about factual shit.
Listen,
As far as the
Jenny,
fact-
listen, you have your homework assignment for 2026. We'll talk about it more on Monday,
Okay.
but right now, you're not chill, and this is your failure for 2026. You're not going to be chill this year either.
All right, man, I'll work on it. I won't have to work hard. I was working too hard.
Yeah, stop working. That's the whole idea. Giving up.
Thank you for the release.
All right, blessings.
Nothing like you. Love you, bud.
Love you too, Jenny. Namaste to you, sweetheart.
Namaste.
Beautiful. There we go. Took a little bit. Took a little bit of getting there, but we got there. Took a little bit of getting there, but we got there, huh? Namaste. I mean, that's the thing. If the program works, which we know it does, if you're doing something and it's not working, then it's not the program. If it's not working, it's not the program. Because the program works. It can only work. Namaste. Well, guys, let's take this little chance. Let's take this little opportunity. I'm going to take a little pee-pee break. All right, everybody? I'm going to go pee-pee in the toilet. And I will be back. Joshua, okay, Lindsay, namaste to you. Onion Plug, namaste to you as well. I'm going to go take a piss. Logan the Brogan, hopefully somebody will fill you in. Tonight we're talking about how we're giving up in 2026. So, guys, I got to pee. Blessings and namaste to you. We'll be back in just a moment for our second half of tonight's program, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. But stick around for a couple words about my community of Devoted Light at Patreon.com. For just a couple dollars a month, you can have the podcast, the music downloads, the monthly postcard, etc., etc. Namaste, guys. We'll be right back in just a little bit.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning, starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, "Listen, I know your time is precious. Let me cut to the chase." But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here, looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light on Patreon.com.
where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials now available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing.
Oh, hi. I almost didn't see you there. It's Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner.
you might have noticed that it's nighttime. That's because I like to come outside and do some nighttime thinking.
Downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, Psychic Romance, Reaching into Darkness, or The Skeptic's Gamble. Exclusive archival prints such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, you might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Namaste, everybody. Welcome back to the program Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the program with which we explore the universe both inside and out to unlock and unleash the power within. And that was a couple words about my community of devoted light at patreon.com, my inner circle with whom I share the most vulnerable and intimate seedlings of the program to come. Through the podcast of Devoted Light, exclusive videos, monthly postcard, which some of you hopefully got in the mail very recently. I signed on a special holiday, a special Christmas one to be specific. And today, who's gotten their Christmas postcard? By the way, guys, who has gotten their Christmas postcard? Let me see some of you go off and chat about the postcard. Right? It was a good one this month. It was a real good one this month. Now I'm sipping on a zero sugar A&W root beer. These are fantastic. Really terrific stuff. Love these. Love A&W's doing great stuff. I'd love to work with A&W. If you guys know anybody at A&W. Namaste. Logan the Brogue bringing up an interesting point. A live show would go so hard. Now, guys, I know I've asked this before, but anybody in chat right now, would you be interested in attending a live Explorations with Leslie Tanner? A live in-person exploration with Leslie Tanner. Would this interest any of you? Should it occur? Possibly, you know, at least, very least in Chicago, if not other places around. Onion Plug, yes. Space Cat, yes. Grandpa Liquor, yes. I'll be there with fucking bells on. Namaste. Okay. Okay, we'll have to figure out. We'll have to figure that out. We'll have to figure out some. I'm only 6-ish hours away. I would be down to Sociopathogen. Okay, Lindsay's down. Yeah, Space Cat, I know you're around. I know you're around. I mean, we're definitely going to be... We'll see. I'm not going to say anything about it until it happens. But that's definitely in the works. Berry Punchin', you got one coming. You got one on the way. Sometimes things take a little longer during this month, obviously. So it's in the mail right now. La Quinta, yeah, I was thinking La Quinta, Holiday Inn, maybe finding, a Super 8 conference room. Maybe even just going to the library, right? Oh, the postcards, go to the Patreon. Patreon, it's if you join at the five a month on the Patreon, which I'll drop the link in the chat. This is what allows you to be in my inner circle. This link that a monthly postcard that goes out, in addition to all the other stuff, the podcasts, the et ceteras. Yeah. And listen, the thing about public buildings is that they got to let you say whatever you want. We could explore whatever we wanted, is what I'm saying. Well, guys, so listen, I won't go into too much detail about it, but there's some live stuff in the works. And that'll be exciting when the time comes. And I'll let you. 2026 is there's gonna be a lot of tools available to you this year. We'll just say that. But guys, before we move on to any new calls, of course we are exploring tonight. We're exploring how we're giving up in 2026. How we are giving up. No resolutions. Nothing affirmative, nothing positive, no progress, no opportunities, no improvement. How are you giving up? What are you taking a loss on? What are you taking a defeat on? We've heard about lovers, sexual relationships, romance, friendships, professional careers. Jenny is going to just say yes to panic attacks from now on. Dieter, yes. That's the whole plan. So the plan is that the live show will be streamed to Twitch, but then also projected. This whole thing will be projected at the venue. Dieter. So there will be a live audience and there will be a, yeah. Veteran setter, sociopathogen, weird that you said that because that is actually a possibility on the list. I have somebody helping me find a venue and set it up and whatnot, and there's a VFW that's on the list. All right, guys, before we open up the line to any more calls, we have some mail. That's right, guys. We've got 2 from German Royalty, and 1 from Nigel Pennyweather. So let's go ahead and get started, open up some mail. I'll drop we'll hit the P.O. box, guys, in case you guys want to send me something. Postcard, envelopes, little letters, packages, you name it, I like getting it. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. But guys, in the meantime, let's go ahead and open up some stuff. So we got German Royalty. As you know, German sends in some He hits up the photo booth wherever he goes. I don't know if it's at a mall or something, but he hits up the photo booth and he gets like the extras. I don't know how, but I've got every single time he sends up, it doesn't have a note, it doesn't have a letter, it doesn't have any explanation. It's just a shitload of pictures of strangers from a photo booth at really intimate times. This is wild. Okay, so we got one real picture, and I don't really know what the explanation behind that is. Throw hardcore shows to let you do. Yeah. I've got here in Chicago. I know some people have like recorded their albums and stuff there too. The one over by us. Yeah, I think they just kind of say whatever the fuck. And I'd love to work with veterans also. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine Leslie working with veterans? All right, guys, let's go ahead and go through German's offerings. So first up, we have a solo. Now this is, you don't see this enough. We've got a very white man, sort of a rosy, I would have guessed redhead, but he's got a very rosy complexion. He's goofing. He's solo goofing, and I love that. First one, he looks surprised. Second one, he looks kind of pissed. And the third one, he's just cheesing. Now that's good. I love to see that sort of stuff. Second one from German, we've got a biracial couple, and they are in love. Biracial couple in love. First one, they're kissing. Second one, he's smooching her. Third one, they're just kind of making goofy faces. And then that bottom one, she's kissing him. They love each other, and it's nice. It's nice to see. So nice to see that, mixing races. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, but, you know, we've all got our own preferences. Okay, so now we've got some children. Nindy knew.
I wish I could fondle the fresh produce all day without violating some implied silent rule. I know several other men who agree with me.
All right, we've got just two kids. I would guess brother and sister. There's an affection there. They're goofing. They're laughing, making silly faces. I guess brother and sister, cute. Then we've got either friends, cousins, or sisters. I don't know. Honestly, kind of a stale vibe. Not really that animated. More the mixed race couple. Ooh, we got another solo. Okay. So a young black woman, really goofing, having fun. Like just kind of making little faces, smiling, having fun. That last one, she's making a heart with her hands. This is a cute one. That's a cute one for sure. Ooh, now we got a couple. I would say I got a black couple in their 30s. Second one, their tongues are touching in like a goofy way. That's kind of fun. And then the last one, they're kissing. But they love each other. I like seeing when there's couples, I like seeing the fella get loose. Because usually, a lot of times the fella gets real stiff. And then we got a young mother and a young daughter. Honestly, but it's that grandma in the last one. I mean, the daughter and the matronly figure they're both black, and I honestly couldn't tell whether that black matron was a mother or a grandmother. I genuinely have no idea. Hey, don't crack, everybody. Let's go ahead and move on. We got another envelope from German royalty. Another envelope, German royalty, namaste German. Is German in chat right now? Friends or cousins? Hispanic? German's here? It's German, son of a bitch. Good to see you. I'm glad you could be here for this. Now, we've got cousins or friends or something. I don't know. Very stiff. Two, I would say, a boy and a girl, Hispanic, around 18 years old. Nothing much to write home about with the vibe. Everybody welcome Dave XX Crazy. Namaste to Dave. How are you tonight, Dave? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. All right, next up, we got a young couple, I would say about 16 years old. And this is cute. Normally, like I said, there's a lot of these pictures, couple pictures, where the girl is loose and loving, and the guy can get stiff. But this is another one where the guy is loose. The guy's cheesing, smiling, happy to be there. That last one, that kiss is nice, cute. Okay, now we've got a father and his 2 children. Cute enough, not that great. That'd be my notes. Now we've got 2. Clock them as Hispanic. I would say young adults is what I would clock the age as. And they're kind of like, they got a bunch of goth alt shit on. And if I'm clocking it, I'm clocking queer. So they're not kissing, they're not touching, they're not like doing heads or anything, but the vibe there is, I don't know, maybe something's there. So I don't know if you're by chance, if you recognize yourself in that picture and you just kind of been waiting for somebody to see that vibe on the outside. Yeah, I see it. I see it a little bit. Question mark, but it's there. All right, Hispanic couple, cute. They both love each other, both loose. And we've got like 80 of those. Okay, we've got a young punk friends or couple. I don't know. Could be gay. I have no idea what's going on in that picture. You can't hardly tell boys and girls apart anymore. That's, you know, maybe we could do a whole exploration on that some other time. And we've got a young couple, kind of boring. Not that much, not that exciting. Okay, so then we've got this last real picture. I don't know how we got this. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Is German, if you're here, can you give us a little background of this picture? It's 4 people that obviously know each other, and they're at a movie theater, and they've got a Chucky doll. German, if you could let me know what's going on in that picture, I'd love to know. Oh, Dieter, you're German royalty? Oh! Oh, okay. Well, namaste. Can we get some namastes right now for Dieter, aka German royalty? Can you give me some background on this picture, brother? What's going on in this picture? All right, so finally we've got a beautiful. I'm going to cover the ad. We got a beautiful envelope with cute little dog stickers on it. From the Pennyweathers, Nigel Pennyweather. All right. All right, so we got a card. It says, "Let it snow" on it. It's got a picture of a Christmas tree. Let's go ahead and open it. It's got a note on the inside. Okay. As sort of pre-written in the card, it says, "May your gifts be many and your worries few. Merry Christmas." And then a personal note saying, "God bless you and yours, Mr. Tanner. I wanted to write a different letter, but that will be for another place, another time. It's been a busy year, and this is the best I can do. Love, Nigel. P.S. Mish, happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you as well." Namaste, just a nice, warm holiday greeting. Oh, you're not German royalty. Okay. Let it snow. Let it snow. So namaste to Nigel. Blessings to you. Thank you so much for all that mail, guys. I appreciate it as always. German royalty and Nigel Pennyweather. I'm always waiting. I'm always waiting for the next one. So namaste, everybody. All right, guys. So what do you say we open up the line back up and let's get back down to business, huh? Tonight we're getting into how are you giving up in 2026? Chat with me, everybody. How are you giving up? We are not trying. We are not improving. We are not progressing. Enough opportunities. Enough hope. Tonight we're giving up. We're failing. We are setting our sights on the horizon, and the horizon is a rocky shore upon which the boat of our lives will crash. Let's make it happen. Enough trying. How are you giving up in 2026?
If you think jacking off feels good, imagine dying.
Quick affirmation for these. If you haven't given up by now, in every area of your life, it's right there. You're at a batting cage. Swing the bat. What the hell was you all feeding that thing bell peppers? 13's have no fucking clue what you're talking about. All right, guys, we finally got a caller. One of you stepped up, bravely stepped up to speak to me, Leslie Tanner. Tonight, again, guys, give me a call. The line's open. The line is now, you can just wait on hold for your turn to speak to me. We're asking the question, how are you giving up in 2026? Let's go ahead and get this caller in. Caller, welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hi, Guru. This is Duncan.
Duncan, how are we doing tonight, brother?
I'm scared, honestly. You use the word brave, but I'm scared.
Scared. Well, listen, many people who exercise bravery are actually scared themselves. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Because, you know, as that common adage of you know, bravery is acting in spite of fear.
And now I want to be completely transparent.
Please.
I do have a fear erection while we're talking.
Okay, interesting stuff. So, guys, so listen, just to paint a picture of what's going on right now, we're speaking to Duncan, who's afraid. Now, are you naked? Are you wearing clothes?
I'm clothed. I actually have 4 pairs of pants on to combat the erection.
Okay, so okay. 4 pairs of pants, but fully erect.
Well, trying to be. That's a lot of denim to fight a penis.
Right. Okay, so listen, Duncan, you're primed up, you're ready, you're activated emotionally and physically. Talk to me. I want to take you right to task because you're somebody who gets it. You're somebody who gets this program. How are you giving up in 2026, Duncan?
Well, that's what I'm afraid of, Guru. I want to quit the program. I want to quit the program, and I'm scared.
Beautiful. All right, let's unpack that. So you want to quit the program entirely? Why do you want to quit? What's going on?
Well, I feel like we're done. I feel like I've reached the plateau. It's not going to get any better. I've won, right, Guru? I'm finished.
What did you win?
I'm the best. I'm the winner.
Oh.
I won exploration. I've explored and I'm done, right?
All right. Well, okay. So you're the winner, right? And you won, and you're the best, and you want to quit the program. But so why are you scared though? Why are you scared about quitting the program?
Because I won't have you, and I won't have you and my dad, and I'm afraid what your reaction is going to be. I'm done though. I can't be any better than I am, right?
So you're well, I mean, your logic. This is beautiful. I love this. This is great. So is the goal in your mind? Was the goal of the program to become better and be the best?
Yeah. Look at everybody in chat, Guru. I'm better than M. Robert Top. I'm better than Low Observable Goat. Danny, definitely better than YOLO Potamus. Well, Nindy New, that's debatable. But, I figure Nindy New might graduate soon, too. Dieter's very troubled. Leslie, I feel like and maybe Stone Monster needs a lot of fucking help. Look, where else can I go in 2026? If I'm quitting anything, it should be the program.
What have been your achievements since being in the program?
I've been arrested 4 times, never convicted. I can't go to Bath and Body Works ever again. I'm banned from 4 supercuts. These are all achievements in my mind. I don't want to be at these places if they don't want me. I can't go to Sears, can't go to Macy's. Actually, this is I'm confined to my house unless my parole officer allows me access to leave. Look, Guru, can we focus on the program?
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm doing. And well, listen, here's the thing. I'm never going to tell you if you're done or not. I've crafted a universal program that I genuinely believe to be universal around certain tenets by which I got our life. I'm not here to give you a measure by which to, compare your life, to say you've crossed this line, therefore good, or therefore bad, or et cetera, et cetera. So, Duncan, if you feel that the point of the program was to win, and you feel as if you've done it, who am I to say?
Then who decides, Guru? Who decides? Who wins?
I mean, I would ask, if you are a winner, if you did win, then why are you afraid of being without me?
I don't have an answer for that. I guess I'm not a winner if I can't be on my own, maybe.
Well, I mean, Duncan, if you feel as if you're ready, namaste. We got a quick communal vision from Stone Monster 400. Blessings and namaste to Stone. 2 cups of lost it all with a teaspoon of sorrow doesn't bake a cake, Duncan.
Fuck you, Stone Monster. I didn't understand what you meant by that, but namaste.
And Hypocryptomatic with a communal vision as well. Namaste. These are beautiful milestones and a never-ending climb to greatness. Sweet dunks. Amazing job, but have you crapped yourself in a hot cuts yet?
No. Have you?
No. Duncan. Go. Be free.
No, Guru. You called my bluff. I don't want to go.
No,
I want
you're done.
Stay.
Go.
No, Guru,
Go.
please stay. Keep me. Stay with me and love me.
Nope. Well, I didn't love you to begin with. So let's create a poll. I'm going to throw it to nope, wrong thing. Affirmations for fellas. Listen, if you have a chance to... Hold on, let's do another fellas. This is for Taco Shinobi. Taco Shinobi, I'm going to get you right. I'm going to get you squared away. Affirmations for fellas. Here we go.
I don't want this.
Duncan,
Guru.
shut up. Shut up. You're in the middle of an affirmation for men. I gotta redo that. You fucked it up. Okay, let's get another one.
You fucked it up. I'm just trying to hang on.
Shut up. Affirmation for fellows. The snow is dense and cold, but the spirit only knows traverse. I felt there's something there. There's something there for you, Taco. Okay, Duncan, I'm gonna make a poll.
Don't make a poll, Guru. I just told everybody in chat off. They're gonna vote against me.
Yes. Is Duncan done? Yes, no. Go. Start poll. Here we go. Pepperoncini quick affirmation for fellows. The skin on your hand is a remarkable substance. Maybe the most remarkable substance in the universe. Namaste to Pepperoncini.
Not knowing how I planned it.
Quick communal vision from Pepperoncini, Stone Monster. This feels like the last scene of Mice and Men. Look over there, Duncan. That's where we're going to raise rabbits. Do you know what he's talking about?
I do. That's my favorite movie. Yeah.
Yeah, where they shoot the retarded guy in the back of the head.
Which one was retarded, Guru?
Lenny, when his brother shoots him.
I don't remember that scene.
And that's your favorite movie?
Yeah, he hugs him at the end is what I remember.
Oh, he shoots him with a gun. All right, well,
No,
listen, for now, Duncan, you have been voted no. Duncan is not done. You can stick around if you want.
Yes. See, Guru, I am winning. I do belong here. I am supposed to be here 2026.
Yeah, that's not okay. We'll talk to you soon.
I am winning.
Brother,
I am winning. Namaste, Dad. I love you. I love you. See you tomorrow.
Love you. Love you, son. Guys, funnily enough, we've got a very special podcast of Devoted Light. If you were thinking about joining the community of Devoted Light and you're wondering if you're looking for a sign, right, to push you over that edge, we have a doozy of a podcast for you getting posted on Monday. A one-on-one sit-down with one and only Duncan Did It. A one-on-one, hour-long sit-down interview between Leslie Tanner and Duncan Did It in the community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. One, yeah, we do have sex. But that's kind of just implied by the podcast themselves. I've had sex with every single person that's been on the podcast. Terrific. That's absolutely true. Fram is embarrassed now. I told, I guess they assumed that I was going to keep it private, but I've had sex with every single person that's been on the podcast. I'm just kidding, everybody. I haven't had sex in years. I haven't had sex in like a decade. Those of you that have watched the program for any amount of time know that I don't have sex. I was Obama's only gay lover that escaped. They couldn't assassinate me. I was like Ninja Vanish out of there. Namaste. Fallen Snack for the 50 bits. Blessings and namaste to you. Thank you. I don't know why the blossom got all, the proportions got messed up. Let's go ahead and bring on our next caller of the night. We've got another regular here, another pillar of the program. Let's go ahead and get them on here. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you? Fram? Yes, I did. That was the trick. The drones outside the White House can't hit you if you Naruto run. Caller, how we doing tonight, brother?
Hello, Leslie. How's my audio this evening?
Good. Very clear.
Ah, fantastic.
Little soft.
Money. How about if I bring the mic a little closer?
Yeah, there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Reverend at all costs money. Welcome back to the program. How are you tonight?
I'm doing all right. Just got home from a short shift at work and just kind of tuned in, saw that you were streaming up and that the program was live, and I heard this last caller, Duncan, amazing explorer. And I saw the theme tonight of giving up. How are you giving up in 2026? And I think I'm going to give up not accepting things. Whether it be advice or someone's like, hey, you want to try this drug, or you want to touch me here, whatever it happens to be, I'm just going to try to give up saying no and try saying yes a whole lot more.
Right. So now this is a pretty radical one. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make sure we listen closely to this one. So we've got Reverend at all costs money saying that you're going to
give up on saying no to things.
Wow. And this includes sensual touch, this includes foods, this includes drugs, alcohol, anything under the sun is what you're saying.
Pretty much. I'm just going to try to give up on saying no and being disagreeable and just try to be a little bit more agreeable. Like, you want me to run people illegally, tied together in a small minivan across borders? Sure, why not? I'm just going to give up on saying no to things.
No, talk to me, Reverend at all costs. When you give some background, how did we arrive at giving up this particular thing?
I've been saying no a whole lot And I want to know what it's like to say yes for a little while. So I figured, if I give up on just being, if I give up on being solo and hiding and not trying new things and actually explore a little bit more, I might have a more interesting life going forward.
Okay, interesting. So you're giving up. It sounds like what ultimately you're giving up is a sort of self-protection. Is that accurate?
Self-protection, giving up on being safe and responsible. And actually, I really don't like responsibility, so I'm going to give up on being irresponsible and try to be a little bit more responsible, in fact. I don't even like being responsible for wiping my own ass, which is why I got a bidet. That's automatic. I sit down, I poop, and then it spurts me in the ass, so I don't have to wipe.
So wait.
I don't like being responsible for anything.
So if you're saying yes to everything, that doesn't sound responsible, to be honest. Not that you need to be responsible, or anybody needs to be responsible. Listen, I get it. That shit can be a fucking, it's an energy, life, spirit sap. But if you're saying yes to even most drugs that you're offered over the next calendar year, it'd be hard to call that responsible in any traditional sense of the word.
Truth. I mean, I suppose I could try to give up on being responsible for my own actions and start playing the victim, as you suggested earlier. I don't know if that one's going to work for me, though. It's really hard to do that. Do you not remember this conversation?
No, I do. I'm trying to find you're dancing. You're dancing around a little bit, and I'm trying to follow along and meet it with the program.
I'm trying. Right. So within the program, I still follow the program's tenets, right? But instead of saying, no, I'm not going to do that, or no, I don't want to go anywhere, no, I don't want to talk to anyone or do anything, no, I don't want to stream, no, I don't want to, try crack cocaine. I'm just going to start saying yes and doing these things. Instead, I'm going to give up on saying no and being counterproductive and start saying yes.
Well, let me say this, regardless of how, I'm having trouble making sense entirely. I understand this last point you made, but I think there's something to Fram word with a single bit, gay goo guy. So kind of a new spin on an old favorite of gal goo guy. He's saying gay goo guy. So that's kind of fun. Okay, so listen, I think that's tremendous, because I think anybody that's listened to you talk, Reverend It All Costs Money, I think anybody that's listened to your calls understands that you fly solo, and you're kind of a porcupine. You know what I mean? You protect yourself. You express some sort of like wanting to be alone, wanting to care less about people, wanting to do your own thing, et cetera, et cetera. You've clearly been hurt in the past. So I think by saying yes to the universe, saying yes more to the world around you, you're inviting untold disaster into your life. And I think that is tremendous news.
Heck yeah, I'm amen. Yeah, I'm all for it. Praise the guru. Praise Leslie.
I think you're on.
I'm here
listen,
for it.
I really do. I think you're onto something. I think that this is going to. You're going to look back and you're going to regret this, and that means that it was worth it. That means this was actually worth something.
As Duncan said, I'm a little scared. I'm a little terrified right now. I do not have a fear boner. Not my thing, but I am a little bit scared. But I think 2026 is going to be the year where I give up on trying to hide.
Listen,
and say
now,
no to the world.
This is extremely exciting, and I want to kind of pull on this a little bit for everybody that's watching. So, chat, listen. a lot of times what we discuss here on Explorations gets characterized as negative, right? Gets characterized as like, oh, Leslie's doing his depressing program where good stuff is bad and bad stuff is good, blah, blah, blah. This is a mischaracterization, this is a misunderstanding. Because what we're talking about, what we're looking at right now is exactly, to an untrained mind, might be considered hopeful. But what's going on here is a person who's been hurt before, a person who's been chewed on by life, and has learned certain emotional techniques by which to protect himself, is calling those into question. He's going to start saying yes to opportunities, yes to relationships, yes to experiences. And ladies and gentlemen, not only do I safely, softly predict, I guarantee that this decision to say yes to the universe will bring untold amounts of suffering to your life. So much more than if you continue to say no. And ladies and gentlemen, it is in this suffering that the power of the next level is unlocked and unleashed. So I want to say thank you. Thank you to Reverend It All Costs Money for sharing what you shared with us tonight.
Oh, it's definitely a pleasure to be here. What was it? I believe the colloquial term is the check is in the mail.
Namaste. Namaste. Namaste to Reverend It All Costs Money, huh? Beautiful. Thanks so much for the call. And so, Seventh Dragon Ball, good to see you, Seventh Dragon Ball. Blessings and namaste. Mine is, I plan on stopping taking care of my kids. They need to learn to do it on their own. 7 years old is enough. 7 years old is enough. A lot of people think that. A lot of people think that. Manos de sangre, namaste, hands of blood. Explore military veteran saying bidet, wet butt. Bidet equals wet butt. Namaste to Manos de Sangre. Blessings. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you so much for that Prime 11. We're gonna be at a year with Manos. We're gonna be at a year with Manos next month. That's exciting. Something to look forward to. Something to look forward to. Guys, give me a call. We got time for a couple more callers tonight. 773-974-9585. We got a caller lined up. Let's go ahead and bring him on. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight?
Hey, how's it going, Leslie? This is Coco.
Coco. Namaste, Coco. How are you doing tonight?
Namaste. I'm doing stupendous.
Stupendous. I love that. Coco, listen, is this the first time you've called?
It is my first time, and it's an honor.
Holy shit, guys. Can we get some namastes in chat right now for Coco? Can we please get some namastes for Coco? Coco, first time caller. Coco, what made you want to call up tonight? What made you want to get dirty tonight?
Well, coming in here and hearing the word and wisdom and the subject of what am I giving up in 2026?
Well, Coco, let's jump right in. Brother Coco, what is it that you are tired of, exhausted by? What are you ready to take the L, the defeat on in 2026?
So, I am giving up in being nice.
Giving up.
And giving up being nice. The reason for that, is because I am absolutely tired. I am frustrated. I'm tired. I'm giving up because a lot of times when you're nice or you have to be nice, is not warranted. It's more like you're put in a situation where society will point their finger at you and say, hey, you know what? That guy's an asshole.
This feeling. Now, this is interesting. We're getting into something interesting right here. Coco, So Coco, I'm just gonna try to paraphrase it to see if I understand correctly what you're trying to communicate. Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay. So Coco giving up being nice in 2026, citing a couple things. One, a pressure, a social, large-scale pressure to not be an asshole, to be a nice person, that society is quick to judge and label someone as not nice.
Correct.
And that you also cited, if I understood you correctly, that being nice actually doesn't improve your life.
It does not. You're absolutely correct. It doesn't get you anywhere.
Do you have an example of one of these situations that being nice has kind of backfired on you? Can you think of anything?
Absolutely. So I'll give you an example. Let's just say there's plenty of videos out there, or even in real life scenarios, you've probably come across people that society kind of, they're nice to them because they were off to a bad start in life, right? Let's just say, for example, someone that's missing a chromosome. Everybody always runs and applauds and gives them their participation trophies and whatnot. And then, why? Why do I have to be nice, right? It's not my fault that they're born a certain way. Let's just say you go to Best Buy.
Right.
You buy a laptop.
Right.
You go home, you turn it on, and it's defect. Are you going to keep the laptop?
Probably not.
Yeah, most likely not. Most likely not. So we just ship it right back. But the second you call out something, for example, I was watching a video where give an example, given the example that I gave, they're powerlifting and everybody's cheering and cheering on. And the mention of fake weights was thrown out there. And everybody calls me an asshole for calling it out. I'm just calling out the truth. I'm just not going to play the game of being nice and just applauding away.
So let me get this right. You believe that they're using fake weights during Special Olympics powerlifting?
Yes, yes.
Or at least like kind of reduced weight, fake weights.
Correct.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is explosive. Now, is this a current controversy that's kind of bubbling to the fore in this community?
No, not necessarily, but it's just been throughout. And if you just simply call out the truth, which by no means indicates that you're an asshole, society points their finger at you and says, hey, you're an asshole.
Well, you know what? I have a lot of experience in this specific arena. So you're talking about, the mentally challenged, the mentally disabled having their Special Olympics and then you calling out just a simple basic fact. XXVA namaste to you. Welcome on in. You're pointing out a simple basic factual reality means you're the asshole. So
correct.
What's happening there is you're operating under the assumption, and this makes you an asshole,
yes,
that you want to treat these mentally challenged children and adults, you want to treat them like human beings, right?
Exactly.
They can understand numbers. They can understand that 45 pounds is 45 pounds. But you bring this up, and people hate you for it.
Correct.
People hate
and I assume
you bursting their little bubble.
Assumption, yes, and an additional assumption is that we're pretty much raised being told, hey, always be truthful.
Right. But that's not accurate, is it?
No, it's not. We have to be pretentious and be nice and give fake niceness away.
And
if you don't do that, you're pretty much casted out into the barren wastelands.
Yeah, barren wastelands, because you won't use the mentally retarded as a sort of object to make yourself feel better.
Correct. You're absolutely correct.
And you won't allow the others to do that either. And that's why they hate you.
Correct. Now, to put it into perspective, but if I'm nice, if I'm fake and I become nice,
sure,
then society will accept me. But I'm not okay with being unctuous or insincere. So I'm tired of being nice, because at the end of it all, it doesn't get me anywhere.
Well, then I want to say this right off the bat. I didn't know necessarily that when you said you were going to stop being nice, that you're going to start doing like whistleblower stuff at Special Olympics. I didn't know that's what you meant. But I'm overly joyed that this is what you meant, and this is your direction for 2026.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The spiritual journey of speaking truth to power within Special Olympics. I love this. I love this for you. This is so listen, we're getting rid of being nice. How else are you going to not be nice? Well, what's another way that you're inspired to just say fuck it right now?
Just missing out on opportunities. You ever have a job and you have some coworkers and they're just not up for the job, but you just got to be nice, because otherwise they're going to pull you to the side. HR comes and says, hey, Coco, we need to talk to you about certain comments.
Oh, yeah. I'm familiar.
Correct.
You're going to let it rip.
And all you do is give constructive criticism instead of just being fake and being nice. I'm like, no, you're doing a great job. You get punished for it. When these coworkers shouldn't even be there.
You will not. Listen, I love this. Because this is a common thing. You know, this is a common experience within the program itself. Because what the program often inspires people to do, Coco, is give people the tools by which to see things sort of outside the box, right? Sort of see things from a different perspective and arrive at a more immediate truth of reality. And once you see that reality, you can't unsee it. And fortunately or unfortunately, this sets you at odds with many people in our lives who want to be comforted, who want to be shielded, who want the wool pulled over their eyes. They want to be lied to. They want a diaper. They want to be changed. They want to get wiped by mommy and daddy.
They want to be spoon-fed.
Spoon-fed. They want to be
They want to be told what a cute little boy they are. Or look at my handsome little boy, look at my handsome little daughter. Have you ever had that situation where someone tells you that and then you look at them and you're like, oof, I don't know about that.
Coco, if I had a nickel for every ugly fucking child that I saw and told their parents, people know me for that almost exclusively in my community sometimes. Do not bring that sort of stuff to me. Do not say, oh, I've got a cute little baby for you to see. No, you don't, most likely. Once in a while, They're actually cute.
That's once in a blue moon, though.
Once in a damn blue moon, though. How many babies that start hitting the facial proportions? You know, the eyes and the face are just kind of all here with that big forehead and chubby little cheeks. You know,
yeah, absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. So listen, I think you're on. I love this. I love this anger. I love this fire coming from you tonight.
Thank you, Leslie. And this is why I came here.
XXVA says, I worked with someone who should have retired years ago, but we kept covering for her incompetence.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you just call out the truth, like I said, not to kind of keep, beating the same drum here, but if you call it out as constructive criticism, hey, they'll pull you to the side. You're forced to be nice, and that's what I'm done with.
Listen.
Listening.
Listen, I think what you're on to is strong, and I think you're a strong person for taking this to people in general, taking this out into the world, taking the program out into the world. And one other thing I'd like to say is that, in the case of the retired person who was covered for at a job, or or in the case of the Special Olympics weightlifters who are allowed to live in this baby fake reality. By shielding them from negative emotions, the retired person we're shielding from the idea that they're past their prime, they're done, they're hurt, they're doing the opposite of work, they're making more fucking work for people. Or in the case of the mentally challenged of Special Olympics powerlifting, you're depriving them the disappointment that will necessarily come along with knowing that everybody looks down on them and wants to just give them a little baby daycare to be in.
Right.
That they don't actually believe in them, that they don't actually respect them.
Correct. They're living in a bubble, and no one's bursting that bubble to show them the reality.
Who's more cruel? You, who wants to blow the lid off of this fake weight scandal of the Special Olympics powerlifting competitions, or the people lying when they say they respect the mentally retarded?
It would be the people, not me. It would be them.
Yeah. I think we're all learning something a lot right now, and I really appreciate you bringing specifically that issue up and allowing us all to sort of pull the threads from that and learn from that tonight.
Thank you, Leslie. Thank you for allowing me here. Thank you for the community, and namaste to everybody. I'm looking forward to the program.
Namaste to you, Coco. Blessings.
Blessings. Namaste.
Namaste. Wow, huh? Beautiful stuff. Now, guys, we are getting towards the end of our program tonight, but I do want to just say, as someone who is actually handicapped in a few invisible ways, kind of pisses me off when regular people use that power for their own selfish reasons at times. I get that. See what I'm saying? And I say this from personal experience. I've worked with a lot of the disabled, mental, physical, emotional, or otherwise. I'm telling you, when they sort of get the vibe that you don't respect them enough to deal with reality, it does so much more damage than making them realize that they're, that they're retarded or something, or that they're handicapped, or they're in a wheelchair, or that maybe they can't jump high, or maybe they can't think of complex math, or maybe they won't ever be an astronaut, or maybe they won't ever, etc., insert any limitation that limits anybody's ability, period. When they realize you don't respect them, and that you put them in a little baby daycare, and you want to spend your life feeling better about yourself because you can wipe the ass of this person, they will be very upset, and it does so much more damage than them just meeting reality. And then and to deprive someone the experience of being less than, of failing, of being defeated, of losing, to deprive someone of that experience, ladies and gentlemen, you might as well molest them. You might as well molest the mentally retarded. Namaste. Let's go ahead and bring in our final caller for the night. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hello.
Wiki. Namaste, Wiki. How we doing tonight, brother?
Namaste. Oh, it's been a great week. I sorry to hear about poor Duncan. I see he tried to hit that layup and he fell down. Poor Duncan.
Duncan is Duncan is a favorite here for a reason, but yeah, Duncan does have limits, huh?
Yeah, he tried to do that way up and he kind of fell off and stumbled and bumped his knee on the corner there.
Yeah.
I feel bad for
Yep. Well, that's just how it goes, Wick, right? That's just how it goes sometimes.
It's that's life. That's reality some days, you know. It hits you hard, sometimes like a needle, right your arm. Just spikes you up and gets you all pumped up. Next thing you know, you're freaking out.
Namaste, Wiki. Wiki, so listen, you had a good week, good Christmas week, right?
Mm-hmm. It was a really good Christmas week. There was ups and downs. There was lefts and rights, shaking and baking, getting all the good things in and all the bad things down,
Right. I understand. And did you get anything special from Santa? Also, Salalem will be back on Monday. We're going to do the same exact thing. We're covering the same exact topic on Monday because it's that important. We need to get ready for the new year. The new year brings new opportunities, if you want to call it that, to be defeated, to give up. And it's an extremely important time of year that we take this very seriously. So we'll be discussing exactly this on Monday night. So keep that in mind. Salalem, give us a call on Monday, okay? Yes, Creative Steve, we'll be back Monday. Give us a call. You too, Steve. You too. Get in there. Okay, Wiki, back to you. Did you get anything special from Santa?
Oh yeah, this one girl I've been seeing here lately. She got me these guitar picks, and they got rock and roll on them. And she had the Wiki River on one side and said rock and roll on the other. The little guitar pick.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was a sweet gesture. Yeah, so cute.
That is so cute. Namaste. I really love that. And did you give any gifts this year?
Oh, she got lots of gifts. Yeah. I got a little undie thing she wanted. She liked to wear. Little frilly, little tight, little slender. You know how girls like.
Oh yeah. Something for private times, huh?
Yeah, something for the private room. When you go back in the rooms. Yeah.
Namaste. I love that. Well, Wiki, it brings me immense joy that you were able to enjoy, past couple days. Now, Wiki, though, I do want to take you to task. For tonight's exploration theme, which is how are we giving up in 2026? So, Wiki, let me just ask you bluntly, what are you ready to take the L on this upcoming year?
Well, you know what, Guru? I've been thinking about this. I've been kind of scared to say it out loud. But once I say it, I know I'm going to have to stick to it because the program is going to hold me accountable. Mm-hmm. I know that.
Go ahead.
I'm giving up the soda pop. I'm giving up drinks. I'm giving up the soda drinks. And not for health reasons, it's not for discipline. I'm not better than myself. I've had it. I think I've had it with soda pop.
What's going on? What's going on between you and soda pop?
Well, I want everything. I want flat water. I want flat juice. I want even flat vibes. I'm good with that. If something is hissing at me when I pop the top, I don't want to hear all that bullshit. It tickles my throat. It burns my belly. It's not with questions. And honestly, I don't really need a beverage that fights me back. And if it's trying to tell me something, I don't want to hear it.
Wiki, so just for some greater context for what we're talking about, Wiki, how many soda pops are you having a day right now?
Well, this past week, I indulged in a bunch of Pepsi Cola and some cherry cola and some diet cherry drinks. You know, I had a little bit of root beer, some Sprite, but I think it's time to give it up. And once I said that, I just knew it was going to be something. We're going to be really real. I'm going to have to give it up. I mean, don't get me started on the diet cherry, because it don't taste like diet and it don't taste like cherry. None of those flavors in there.
Now talk to me, Wiki. So listen, I to know specific, you know, quick affirmation for ladies. Listen, if you're looking for a zero sugar soda pop, I cannot speak highly enough about A&W zero sugar. This stuff is knock your socks off. Well, I'm going to do one more for women. That was for Bit Wars. Brother Bit Wars, good to see you, by the way. Quick affirmation for ladies, and this one's going to be a little more abstract. Hopping from cloud to cloud, an angel wings spreads itself across the span of the scope of the mind's heart and the soul. All right, that was for ladies. Namaste. Now, Wiki, more specifically, at what time of day or during what activity do you find yourself knocking back some sodas that you think you're going to have a hardest time, you know, resisting the urge to sip?
Well, it's going to be really tough for me, especially when I'm up late nights writing songs. I like to pop a Pepsi Cola, or maybe get me a Dr. Pepper, or maybe get me a diet drink sometimes, and it's going to be really tough for me to give up on the late night soda. I think that's going to be my number one. And the number two, when I take like a aspirin or a Tylenol, I like to chew them up and then drink it back with Pepsi. Oh, now that's going to be a hard sell. Like to chew it up and drink it. I know it tastes horrible, but somehow my brain knows the pain gonna go away soon. Yeah, I think it's probably not a real thing, but I've been doing it since I was a little baby.
Wow, Wick.
And I think it's it's one of those things when you chew it up, you chew it. Because when I was a little boy, I did see my uncle choke on a pill. My brother's uncle. He choked on a pill and I watched him die. So it probably made me start chewing up pill.
You watched him die?
He got caught in this boat and he just hacked away. Everybody did everything they could do. He just didn't make it.
Oh my God, Wiki. And how old were you?
5 or 6 years old.
And you watched him choke to death on a pill? Oh my God, Wick.
He passed away right down the floor.
Wow. Well, listen, I didn't know that you carried that with you, but I appreciate you sharing that with me. As always, I appreciate this soda pop journey. Sounds like, might sound kind of simple and deceptively maybe easy to so many of you. But little did you know, I would imagine a lot of people in chat, maybe they listen to you talk and they're like, oh, this is what he wants to do? He's a little baby pussy.
I see that angle.
Soda pop?
It's gonna be tough.
They might have said, oh, this guy's a little baby pussy and with a mind like a child and a constitution like a little lily pad.
Yeah, I think you may be onto something there, good.
But then we get to this business about watching your uncle choke to death on over-the-counter medication in front of you at the age of 5. Was anybody else around?
He didn't make it. I didn't hear that. What did you say, Guru?
Oh, was anybody else around?
Yeah, 2 or 3 people tried to help him.
Wow, they couldn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
This is huge. This is huge, Wick. And I want to just humbly thank you for sharing this little bit of your journey and your thoughts and your feelings with us tonight.
It's just spicy water. It's spicy water. I got to get that through my head. It's spicy water.
That's all it is. Maybe a little something more given the context, but that's all it is. Well, listen, Wiki, thank you so much for giving us a call tonight and sharing with us everything that you shared with us. But listen, you are going to be our final caller, and you know, this is maybe not the best time to ask for something like this after what the very awful, gut-wrenching thing that you just shared with us about the passing of your uncle in front of you at such an early age. But I have to ask, is it possible that we could get a little musical sample from you? Something to end the show on, something to send us off into the night at the end of our exploration tonight.
Well, I did write a song a few years back. It called Unglued. It kind of reminds me of giving things up. Yeah, it reminds me of giving things up. It's called Unglued.
Okay. Well, listen, Unglued. Okay, namaste. So, Wiki, I went ahead and paused the music on my end. The stage is yours whenever you're ready. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Wiki Wiba, accomplished musician, band leader, somehow summoning the courage and strength to share with us a little bit of his musical gift after a story like that. Go ahead, Wiki, whenever you're ready.
All right, here we go. A one, 2, 3. I tried to write it down, but the pen refused to move. It said we done this dance before, and neither of us improved. I'm not falling apart. I'm just loosening the screws. I'm learning every dream can come undone. I fade out like I was never here. A shadow humming throughout this fear. If the night wants me, I'll let it choose. A fragile star just coming on the roof. And that's the first verse.
Wow. Wiki Wiba, namaste to you, brother. Again, thank you for your call tonight, for your very thoughtful contribution, but also thank you so much for that little bit of musical stuff at the end. I can't thank you enough.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Yeah, rock and roll. I love you guys.
Namaste. Wiki Wiba, beautiful call, beautiful explorer. Thank you so much to Wiki. Thank you so much to all of you for being here tonight. Thank you so much to my moderators, Pepper and Cheney, holding it down, screening calls tonight. Thank you so much, brother. And thank you so much to my community of Devoted Light at Patreon.com. You guys are the absolute backbone of keeping this bitch rolling. Namaste. It's the most effective way to support this program, but also avail yourself to the true program materials. Namaste to you. Guys, let's go ahead and get a nice little raid going. Who should we raid? Namaste. We'll be back Monday. Okay, so guys, I announced this on the Discord. We'll be back Monday, but also we'll be back on New Year's Eve for a special Infatuations with Leslie Tanner. Infatuations with Leslie Tanner this Wednesday, New Year's Eve. Ring in the new year with me, Leslie, on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Guys, I'd love it if you could join me, and I'd love it even more if you can, if you want to join us all on Infatuations with Leslie Tanner. Toad PhD said, we've got, not, I wouldn't say it's a beef, but he said he could kick my ass. Namaste. Well, actually, we've got, what's he doing? What's Cardboard Cowboy? Who should we, I don't know who to fucking raid. Who's going? I don't, oh, I want to raid someone random. I want to raid someone totally random. This is going to be so XD. Get ready, guys. Get ready to freaking, get ready to fucking Rafflecopter. Get ready to Rando XD Rafflecopter LOL LMFAO LOL IRL together as we it all fucking looks the same to me every single time I look at it. I hate the internet. Let's do, what's she doing?
But I don't.
Yeah, fuck it, let's just do this one. Duma. The web sucks. You guys know what I'm talking about? Mint shader? I'm gonna look that up. Human DLC says mint shader. Oh, sick. Yeah, VTuber? Yeah, let's just do mint shader. Human DLC got it locked and loaded for us with a random one that I've never been to. Here we go. I'm gonna follow him.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome
There it
back.
is. Namaste. Let's VTube up, guys. Here we go. Namaste. Drop some namastes in chat when you get there. I'll see you all on Monday, and I'll see you Wednesday for Infatuations. Blessings.
And I'm about to play Overwatch because the people demand it. The people demand that I stream Overwatch. Wait, it's kind of incoming. Welcome to the stream studio.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Welcome Raiders. Oh my goodness.